morning. Welcome to Get Up. We are presented by Yeti. Yes, make some noise. After a night unlike any other, and after a game like that, we had to break out the full squad. As you can see, we are loaded up and ready to go this morning. You're going to live the rest of your life, and you are never going to see another game like what we saw last night in Game 4 at the Garden. Let's roll it, Cindy. Here we go. Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs looking to even up these NBA Finals after stealing Game 3 in New York from the New York Knicks and Jalen Brunson. And 1 minute into the game, Windy, an enormous moment here. Victor Wembanyama called for a foul on Towns. After the challenge, it's a reversal, and Towns has 2 fouls.
Towns has 2 fouls 65 seconds into the game. And how about the guts of Mitch Johnson to go for his challenge that early and winning it?
It becomes a critical moment because immediately Wemby going to work, Allen, on Mitchell Robinson with Cat watching from the bench. Wemby going at Robinson both literally and figuratively.
Yeah, he knew he could take him one-on-one. They were just trying to draw fouls on the bigs, and Mike Brown had to go very deep into his bench. And Wemby saying to him, I'm in your head.
Absolutely. He's going to literally say it here, Chiney, after we see Mitchell Robinson called for the flagrant one, and Wemby's letting him hear it.
And at that moment, I was like, oh, my goodness, Victor Wembanyama is locked in. He's going to point to his head and said, I'm all the way in there. But then, I mean, it's a tale of two halves. But right there, it was all Spurs and their superstars.
Spurs up 19 after 1 quarter. And then Jay Will, it continues. Devin Vassell. The Spurs would lead at 76-49 at the half.
Just made 3 after 3 after 3 and still came out early at the beginning of the 3rd quarter and was still firing away.
That bucket from De'Aaron Fox would give the Spurs a 29-point lead. The Knicks' chance of winning was 0.4%. But then, Allen, this is a huge moment.
That moment right here, you know the league was watching you. There's no reason to throw an elbow there up big. The league was watching, and you know that was going to be a flagrant one.
Flagrant one on Wemby. He's got 3 flagrant points. 1 more is a suspension. Now 8.5 minutes to go. And Michael Wilbon, here come the Knicks, led by Jalen Brunson.
Just keep playing. They maintained some poise there. Brunson and Anunoby, specifically those two, and then Alvarado joined them. Just keep playing.
Here's Anunoby. He would score 33 in the game.
Living right shot right there.
Knicks fans showing life.
Look at Shump in his jersey.
15-point game after 3. Shump wanted to sub in. 4th quarter. Knicks down 15. You know it's your night when Cat's going to do this as the shot clock expires. The 3 cuts it to 12. He had 13, and then it's Brunson.
It was his first basket in the 4th quarter all series.
And look at Brunson. Taking it strong. Jalen Brunson would score 36. It's a 7-point game. Next Knicks possession. Anunoby.
Oh, good.
By the way, just
watch the ball
corner.
getting side to side. They're moving the ball.
Look at Taylor Swift and Olivia Benson. It's a 4-point game. 3.5 minutes to go. Spurs by 5. Wemby.
Tough shot.
He would score 24. It's a 7-point lead. They were desperately holding on in the closing minutes. Knicks at the other end. You know they're going to be unlikely heroes. Jose Alvarado.
Swing, double knockdown.
4-point game. Next to Knicks possession. It's going to be Brunson. Captain Clutch. How about this shot?
This is what we need from the NBA Finals. 2 superstars on both ends of the floor, and he just had the moxie.
Going to win this game.
2 minutes to go. Spurs
you did. I did.
By 1. Josh Hart for the lead. And we almost lost Larry David on that play, by the way. Next Spurs possession. Wemby driving, plus the foul. Actually, the bucket no good, so he's going to the free throw line to shoot 2. Wembanyama, who played basically the entire second half last night.
Greeny, it was deafening in the building during these free throws.
Be that as it may, this is a grade A choke. What do you want me to say? It's a grade A choke.
He misses both foul shots. So now the Knicks on the other end.
Don't let him go left. He wants to go left.
How does that one go in?
Against Castle.
Larry David rejuvenated. Knicks at 1-point lead. 30 seconds to go. Spurs down by 1. Fox, no. Stephon Castle.
You got to box out.
Didn't have a big night, but he would make both free throws here. Castle made clutch foul shots in Game 3. He made 2 big ones last night. Knicks call a timeout. 20 seconds to play. Brunson,
great defense over the top. Good tip.
De'Aaron Fox. Oh, my God.
Pull it out.
He's going to run out of town.
Go get him.
Give me that.
De'Aaron Fox could have pulled it out and run as much time off the clock as possible. Instead, Anunoby with an unbelievable block. And then Alvarado fouled before he goes back court. Take another look at Anunoby. One of the legendary plays in New York Knicks history. If this thing goes the way they want it to. Alvarado, oh so close. But they call the foul. So 6 seconds left. And then the play that they will immortalize with a statue someday if the Knicks win this title. OG Anunoby.
The hand of God.
what can you say? Flying through the lane, tips it up and good. I can't believe what's happening. Look at Taylor Swift, can't believe it. This is a play that you'll be seeing over and over and over. The building loses it, erupts. The entire city of New York erupts. The basketball universe
Look at all the
erupts.
hands in the air.
And Anunoby, who just had the right angle. But San Antonio still had a chance. 1.2 seconds remaining. Drawing up a play. Are they going to Wembanyama? And take a look. You can see, and we'll show it again. Karl Anthony Towns got a finger on the pass. And just like that, the New York Knicks accomplish the impossible in Game 4. From 29 points down in the third quarter, the Knicks come back to take a 3-1 series lead. Chalamet can't believe it. Spike Lee is doing a dance. Karl Anthony Towns. Listen, I know that I am prone to hyperbole. The numbers say that was the greatest comeback maybe in the history of the game of basketball, considering the circumstances. Down by 29, it is at minimum the largest comeback in NBA Finals history. Down 27 at the half, largest halftime comeback of any playoff game in NBA history. It was a remarkable night in every way, and when it was done, here was the hero.
It feels cool. I mean, everyone's pretty excited. I'm excited too. I'm excited too. We're all excited. We're enjoying it right now, but we're just focused on the next game now.
That offensive rebound is going to go down as one of the greatest in NBA history. So
right here from God.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. You know, the tip, how he had to control it and tip it in from. That has to be the most iconic shot in the history of New York basketball.
Okay, put your feet up. I got 2 hours to do this here this morning, and we start with the Hall of Famer, Michael Wilbon. You have seen so many of, if not all of, the greatest basketball games that have been played in the world in the last, let's call it 30 or 40 years.
Keep going.
Where does this one rank on the list of the greatest games you've ever seen?
I don't know if I'm going to use the word greatest. It is the most stunning game I've ever seen.
Okay.
The most remarkable just confluence. So I was at Virginia Chaminade.
Mm-hmm.
Most people have no idea what that is anymore. You got to be like 60.
I do.
Which I thought was the most bizarre game I'd ever seen. I'm sure it was. And I would never see anything that replaced it. I think this does. And I get the New York of it all, Greenie. That was perfectly described.
Mm-hmm.
To just to sit there and watch this unfold with the Knicks, you know, shoulders to the mat. It's over. Except it wasn't, because San Antonio played the dumbest basketball, sustained stretch of dumb basketball I've ever seen. I was going to give you one stat.
Yes.
So they go 14 for 26 on threes in the first half. We get it. They build this enormous lead on three-point shooting, but they have to know they can't sustain that. And I remember turning to Stephen A. at one point saying, okay, I get this huge lead, but this is not sustainable. They thought it was sustainable because in the second half, they missed 14 of 17 threes. But here's the stat. Of those 17 threes, 12 of them came with 10 seconds or more on the 24-second shot clock. And of those 12 threes that came with 10 seconds or more, they went 1 for 12. Look, this is a franchise of Greg Popovich and Tim Duncan and David Robinson. It's a franchise, a team that is, I mean, it's so notable, not just for the championships, but the sense of intellect and what goes into the brand of basketball they've put out there for the last 30 plus years. But the stupidity involved with repeatedly doing this thing, and nobody ever says, it's great. Watching a game with Shaq and Charles last night, and both of them went crazy and they just said, if I was in this game and the ball didn't touch my hands coming out of a timeout particularly, I'm going to knock every one of you out who shoots it before I touch it. Just touch it. Play inside out. Don't take threes. Run the clock down and take a knee and hand the ball to the official with 1 on the shot clock. Let it buzz. No, they continued to be as dumb collectively. We haven't touched the De'Aaron Fox of it all.
Yeah.
It's so dumb to play. What are you doing?
So for every action, there's an equal opposite reaction. The Knicks' extraordinary comeback cannot happen without the Spurs contributing to it in some way. Let's get everybody in. Number one takeaway from last night, Sinead.
What everyone is asking right now in the city is, were you there? And were you there for the hand of God that potentially took a team that was in purgatory and transformed them to a team of destiny? And what I think about is when I started playing basketball, when I was 10, it's been 24 years. I have been in arenas. I've seen championships. I've seen defeats. New York is a city like no other, and this was a game like no other. And we can talk about all the people that were on the floor, because I have that feeling. Oh, college basketball, college football, they might rush the floor here. New York has been waiting for this for 53 years. It's not the Spike Lees or the Ben Stillers who we all see and ran into. For me, second and third quarter, I got lucky and sat next to OG Anunoby's brother. And we were kicking it. And you know what he told me? My brother makes championship plays. He's all about impact.
He does.
After the game, I'm doing my hit, watching Richard Jefferson get tackled, wild things happening, and I lock eyes with them. And he's like, how is this possible? Everyone in the arena has a story like that. That makes this bigger than a game, bigger than an event. This is a life moment. Were you there? Who were you with? And that is my story. There are so many different stories based off of the impact of one special play.
With all the artists who were there, the actors, the singers, the writers.
Yeah.
This is going to be told in art.
Yeah.
Paintings. But we keep showing the tip in. Please do not forget about the block.
Yes.
The OG Anunoby block is just as miraculous of a play, because yes, you can say that De'Aaron Fox made this mistake. By the way, there's a car accident. Everybody's on the floor here. Bam, 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 bam. Fox thinks he's going to finish the play, but OG doesn't give up on it. The OG block is a historic block. By the way, he was 7 of 9 in the second half, 5 of 5 on threes. OG Anunoby right now is the MVP of the finals.
Yeah.
And this play is just as important as the tip in.
In many ways, but Jay, you and I were talking over breakfast this morning. De'Aaron Fox, his explanation afterwards was,
Are we going to go down negative town? We're going to go down negative town now?
No, not negative. I mean, but it is, Anunoby can't make that play if De'Aaron Fox runs to the corner and starts forcing them to foul and running the clock down. Now, if he makes the layup, it is a 3-point lead with 12 seconds left. So the Knicks can still tie it with a 3. He needs to run that ball to the corner and force them to foul. Try and run as much time off the clock and force them to foul. Yes?
I think what we've seen from the Spurs are 1,000 self-inflicted wounds throughout the course of this series. And I think it's not only on the players, I think it's also on the coaching staff. They also had a timeout to give that one particular time as well, right? So it's the reason why you bring in a guy like De'Aaron Fox, who's a 9-year veteran, is in particular for this situation. And I think that's going to be the hard pill for him to swallow when he reflects on this situation last night, right? Very young team, 21, 22, 23 years old. And Wendy, remind me if I'm correct, what ankle did he hurt? Was it the right ankle? I think it was his right ankle. That's the same ankle he decided to, well, he jumped off the left one. Okay, but still, in this situation, you pull the ball out. 13 seconds left to go on the game clock. You're up by 1. There's no need to try to go for a quick layup to then be up 3. You extend the game as much as possible. You know why? If you do that, you pull the ball back out. Let's say 3 seconds go off the clock. You're a 77% free throw shooter. You make 2 free throws. You're up 3 in this game. The game slows down. They take it. You can even foul. You can send them to a free throw line. You can extend the game that way and play that game instead of it now turning into an opportunity of desperation in which the team comes back and they win the game.
Alan, the building last night. I mean, you were there. You've been there for everything. What's your number one takeaway?
Well, first and foremost, the crowd is going to sound corny. The crowd had a lot to do with that comeback. A lot to do with it, because in a lot of situations in games, down 29 in the second half, it doesn't matter. It's the NBA Finals. A crowd will either get frustrated and start booing, or they'll leave, right? Or not leave, but just they emotionally will leave.
Literally leave.
They never did.
Many people will literally leave.
There was a 3 that cut it from 25 to 22, and you would think it cut it to 2. But the way the crowd reacted, it was almost like this feeling of, we're not giving up on this game. And the players in the locker room at halftime, they all said to each other, just stay with it. Stay with it. Why? Confidence comes from demonstrated performance. They've done this before. They have made comebacks, not like that one, but they've done this already. They know the formula of coming back. The Spurs are learning. This team's hard to kill. You can't just take the layup and think the game's over. No one's chasing me. They're going to give up, let go of the rope. Next play energy is something that Mike Brown talks about with his team. No matter what happens, what matters most is your next play energy. That was OG. Chase it down, whatever it takes. It's a saying also that Jalen Brunson has used before, never quit before the miracle. Miracle happened at Madison Square Garden, and a lot of the former Knicks players that ran onto the court, part of that Rucker Park feel,
Yeah.
which happens if everybody knows Rucker Park.
Oh, yeah.
A big play happens, everybody runs
Yep.
onto the court,
Yep.
celebrates, and then they get back
Phones.
off. Everything happens. So those players were also saying what just happened here, and one player looked at me, and he said, "That's Broadway."
It was that. And lest anyone be worried, Richard Jefferson was tackled by Kevin Hart. So nothing terrible happened on the floor.
Kevin Love.
Love.
Kevin Love.
Kevin Love?
Love, yeah,
Oh, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
It would have been
Love.
great if it were by Kevin Hart.
Right. He would have still been standing. He'd still be standing.
Kevin Hart would have been. We could hit him low. Anyway, we're just getting rolling here. We got all morning to do this. I'm taking a 2-minute break.